G'day, it's Mark Grogan from O'Neill Real Estate, and this is one at 17 Forrest Road in Armadale, one of the nicest villas you will find anywhere on the market, not just in the local area. I reckon it's one of the nicest ones you'll find anywhere in, well, I mean, I'm not going to say the world because I haven't been everywhere, but it's certainly one of the nicest going around that I've seen anywhere on the West Australian market in recent times. And price-wise, well, try and find a better buy. This is what we've got going on. I'm going to give you a quick crash course as to what's going on. We have the main bedroom to the right. It's got a stunning ensuite bathroom. There's just a little sneak preview of what's happening with that one. I mean, you can't see the whole thing. I'll show you this way. It's lovely. And then we've got walk-in robe. I'm going to come back and give you all the detail. Don't stress about that. Great living area at the front, but that's just the start of it because you've got great living areas right through here as well. This is really nice. And you can see the floor plan at markgrogan.com.au. If you haven't already checked that out, I'd encourage you to do so. It shows you a whole bunch of detail. And it is a very practical home. I'm sure you'll agree from watching the video and also from seeing the floor plan. The outside area, that's lovely. We'll go and investigate that in a little bit, but just have a quick look from here. I mean, that's the sort of stuff we're talking about, folks. It is pretty good looking and pretty as well. Here we have bedroom number 2, a very good size space, and down here, bedroom number 3. So that's just a little crash course. Oh, by the way, beautiful main bathroom. That's a little crash course of what's going on. We're gonna go back to the front and we're gonna work our way through in some detail because there's a pretty good chance that you might need to make the video your way of seeing this property because it is going to sell fast, and whether or not you can make it in person, well, that's up to you. Hopefully your schedule allows it. I think you'll like it when you see it here in person, that's for sure, but here's the video just for now. So we've come in through the entrance and we're gonna start ourselves in that main living area, and that is where we go through there into this area with the lovely high ceilings. Couple of options as to how you can configure everything. It does have currently space for a 6-seater dining table. It could fit an 8. With that length of that area there, you could probably fit a 10. It is very comfortable. But I guess, you know, life being what it is, some meals are eaten at the dining table, sure. But a lot of them, it's just the breakfast bar and the couch. I get it. That's how life kind of rolls, right? It gets busy. So the breakfast bar is perfectly set up. There's currently 2 seats there. It shows that that takes up less than half. So I reckon you'd fit 4 or 5 along here for a very practical kind of setup with that. You've got the stone bench tops in that main kitchen area, and the gas cooktop, the electric oven, the 5-burner gas cooktop, the range hood, the 900mm oven, plenty of workspace either side of the stove, and you've also got the dishwasher. Really, this video is to, you know, give you the full kind of overview of the practicalities of everything. One thing that I think makes a big difference is the positioning of the laundry. Now, it's adjacent to the kitchen, which is a flippin' good idea because there are a lot of houses where, you know how life works? You're kind of doing something in the kitchen and then the washing machine starts singing at you. You've got a load going in the dryer. You've got things happening. It works very well just for that flow of everyday life. It's a home where convenience is at the core of the design, and you also don't have to listen to the washing machine while you're sitting at your breakfast bar, starting the day with a cup of coffee or doing whatever it is that you do, because it does have a door, which seems like a small thing to point out. It makes such a difference when you're living in a house that has a door on the laundry. I say that as someone who lived in a house where it didn't have that, and I just got my head done in by that washing machine and all of that noise. It doesn't have that. Speaking of having your head done in, you're listening to Mark Grogan from O'Neill Real Estate talk a mile a minute about a beautiful home. You can, of course, come and see it in person, where Mark Grogan from O'Neill Real Estate will stop talking and just let you have a look around. Of course, if this is all too much right now, you can just put me on mute if you haven't already, or skip along at your own pace, because I'm taking my time to show you all the detail that's on offer with this one, because it is an important thing to see everything that's on offer. We can't quite capture it just in the photos, so we're trying to make sure you have seen all of it with this one. This is your lounge room at the front. So to have a home, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms with a separate lounge is a rare thing indeed. It could be another bedroom if you needed it to be. It is a substantial sized room, as you can see from the floor plan and from this. That's a big couch, and that's a big entertainment unit, and there's still plenty of space to spare all around here. So it works really well. That gives you an idea of the living spaces. I'm going to show you the bedrooms now, and we'll start with the main bedroom because, well, you know, hey, if you're watching it, it's a pretty good chance if you've watched this far in, what are we, 5.5 minutes in, pretty good chance it's going to be you that has this bedroom as your bedroom, and it's a good size. We've got a queen size bed there currently. There's ample space to fit a king size. That could certainly be wider with the way that that's set up right now. And you've got the walk-in wardrobe. There's a reverse cycle split system air conditioner in here. The ensuite bathroom has a separate toilet. Even has the stone tops on that vanity, which is such a great feature. It's a high quality design, and as you can see, the hobless shower. So that looks really nice. Yet another lovely feature in this home, full of lovely features, and that's the way it's all set up. Double power point in here too, which, I mean, I don't straighten my hair, nor do I need to necessarily use a hairdryer, although, you know, it could probably do with a bit of something, but the hair straightener, the dryer, it's all going on the bench top, and you've got the power points there. Again, small stuff, but a lot of these places you get like a single power outlet for a bathroom, which is not practical. We're seeing a lot of that sort of cost cutting that's gone into some of these builds, and it has its impact on the everyday functionality of a home. That has not been the case with 1 at 17 Forrest Road in Armadale. It has been done right, and it's been done right the way through. And you have also, before we go, I wanted to mention this before when I was in the kitchen, but we're going to stop and we're going to go back kitchen talking once again. Another aircon. Did I mention that one before? If I didn't, there's the aircon. It's got a walk-in pantry. So that's great. Walk-in pantry space. Fantastic. Right, now the bedrooms. We will have a look at this room. Again, another big bedroom. This will fit, you can fit a queen size bed in here easily. Look at the size of this nursing chair that's going on there. That's like a size of a bed in itself. It's huge. And the floor plan again shows you the dimensions of what's on in here, but that is very well set up. We have the built-in wardrobes there. And back this way to bedroom number 3. Once again, a really good size room. That's a king single bed that's there, and there's heaps of space, so this would fit a queen size bed, no worries. Again, you've got the built-in robes in here. There's the toilet. An important factor in any home, and the main bathroom. And this one is really nicely done. We have the shower, we have the bath, we have the stone top for the vanity bench top again, another double power outlet, we have the mirror, and we have the real estate agent, who will not be in your bathroom, I guarantee it, at settlement. In fact, that is an ironclad guarantee. It's one of the few things we can promise in this industry, but I will not be in your bathroom at the time of settlement. And through here, we go to the backyard. Now, I don't know about you, but I love the way that this flows because you've got living space here. It's the sort of, like a lot of villas, you can't have any visitors because there's no room for them. But here we've got plenty of space to entertain. You can have a bunch of people sitting here. You can have a bunch of people milling around the kitchen area. You've got some people over there. And then you've got this nice flow to the backyard where it is super low maintenance. You've got the paved area all of this alfresco under the main roof. And then it leads out to this very low maintenance section of the garden where we have some garden beds. We also have the artificial lawn. So that's dead easy to look after. And we also have the clothesline out here. That is on the back wall of the double garage. Would you like to see the, oh, PowerPoints too. Would you like to see the double garage? You can. Does it fit a Toyota LandCruiser? Yes, it does. How do we know? Because that is a Toyota LandCruiser. And like, I mean, it's a tight, tight squeeze. I'm loving that. Oh man, I love a good park. That's a good park. Look at that over there. That is not touching it, but man, it's close. That is full credit to the owner. Oh, that's, it's Ruben and Hope who live here. I was going to give credit to Ruben, but I don't know that I don't know that I should be giving credit to Ruben. I actually think this is Hope. And I'm not, that's not a sexist remark. Mate, look, Hope knows how to park. Full credit to her. That is an amazingly good park, is what I was trying to say. Don't take away from the fact that I was giving credit to Hope for that excellent driving. Storage area over here, they are packed because they've already found a place to move to. So they are getting themselves sorted to get on with that. And that is all happening for them very shortly. So that means that this house will be ready for you in next to no time. If you are looking to buy something where you can move in pretty much straight away, well, that's fine. That's probably going to work out quite nicely here because they will have access to that property in the coming days. And that, of course, with your garage. A lot of people like to get a bit excited about the height of their car. I'm going to show you this. Here we go. Now, LandCruisers are not a short car, but I'll show you this. Here we go. Because there's a lot of people like, oh, I don't know if my car's going to fit. Well, firstly, if Hope can do it, you can too. And look how much height there is for that LandCruiser above that garage door. Could you put a lift kit on that and still get it parked in there? Yes, you could. That is a very cool part of the features and design of this fantastic property. It is yet another reason why it's so much better than the competition. And if you've looked at the competition and been horribly disappointed, well, that's all about to change when you come and visit 1 at 17 Forrest Road in Armadale for yourself. I think you should. If you have any further questions, we're going to try and answer those for you. You can go to markgrogan.com.au where you'll have the contact agent form. You can send those questions through. Better yet, come here and see it for yourself. It is just a special place to be. We'll answer those questions for you as much as we can. Always keen to help out that way. But for now, that's been the tour of 1 at 17 Forrest Road in Armadale. I hope you like what you see. I certainly like what I see. And this should be an exciting future for you. Thanks so much for checking it out. I look forward to seeing you here. I'm looking forward to handing you the keys and not being in your bathroom too. I really just want to reiterate, I will not be in your bathroom.